Hey, Erica, how are you? Uh,
I'm doing good, Michael. How you doing?
not so bad, but I could be better.
Okay. Sorry
So,
about that.
Erica, thanks and welcome back, and thanks for coming back to my channel. So, Erica,
Thank you.
I heard you had a horrific incident a couple of days ago. What exactly happened out there?
That is correct. I got flipped over by the heavy winds in Wyoming, going I-80 west towards Utah.
What area in Wyoming? What's the name of that area?
In Laramie, Wyoming.
Exactly when did this happen?
It happened on Wednesday around 12:30 in the at noon. Um, the winds were very strong. I had seen the warning signs, and I started adjusting speed according to the weather conditions. But still, I got flipped over right after I had passed about five other semis laying on the side of the road. I did not know that it was going to be my turn too.
Get flipped over. Five. So you passed five other semis, and those were recently flipped over.
Yes, yes, I got confirmed with the highway patrol because he had also assisted, few of those trucks, and he did confirm that they had flipped over, an hour or 2 hours before, I had flipped over. So all of us were just laying us on the side of 80. You know.
So describe for me events leading up to the incident. What was going on? How was your day progressing? Just take me through it leading up to the incident.
Well, everything started good. I was coming from Nebraska into Colorado, and they did have signs in Colorado saying that there was going to be strong winds. But Colorado was okay. Driving through Colorado was okay. Speed limit is, I think, 70 on I-80 West coming through Colorado, and then I went down to 60 throughout Colorado. And as I went from Colorado into Wyoming, I felt the difference. And then the warning signs had said that they would be at least 55 miles plus. And I started going even slower down to like 55, 50. Each time I felt the wind was kind of manageable, I went back to 55. If I felt like it was pushing, I went back to 50, 48. Drove with my flashers for miles and miles to alert other drivers that I was going under the speed limit. And
What's the speed limit out there?
it- once you cross into Wyoming, the speed limit is 75 on I-80 West. At that particular time, I was going in the 50s and adjusting, lowering the speed even more. And right after I passed five semis, I count five semis. I felt that my trailer and tractor was kind of going sideways, but I've managed to stay on ground. I believe at that particular time it was still 43 miles per hour wind, but uh, it suddenly the wind just came across stronger, and it just flipped me over. I thought I was seeing things until I actually hit the ground. That's when it kind of, you know, when I realized that I was already flipped over, when I actually hit the ground and saw the windshield flying and windows broken, and it was just a scary moment.
So when the truck actually began to tilt over, and you realize that yes, I'm gonna hit the ground. Tell me what was running through your mind.
A lot, a lot. To this day, I'm still trying to process that moment. It's very scary. You just kind of go into like, oh my God, this thing is gonna blow up, or I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna survive. It's a lot of things go through your mind. You kind of see your life just flashing in front of you in seconds, and it's very scary. Thankfully, um, I was, under the seatbelt, so he kept me in place, and I was able to unbuckle myself and then jump down. I have a couple of bruises, like my arm was bruised, and I have a bruise on my leg, and everything else. I didn't feel anything until like the next day. That's when I kind of started feeling sore, but um, I do not wish that on anybody. It's not a good feeling, till flipping over like that in that big vehicle.
So how did you get out of the semi? How did you get out of the truck?
I got out through the windshield area actually because it flipped over on the right side. So I was able to, once I got out of the seatbelt, jump down, I had to walk out through where the windshield area was. That's where I got out and I went to a distance just to stay safe in case either it kept on rolling or another truck will come, and so I kind of kept my distance away from the scene while I um tried to take some pictures. In the meantime, the highway patrol came to meet me there.
So after you flipped, who called the police? Who called the state troopers? Who did that?
I did call them, thankfully, even though everything scattered, like everything was just scattered everywhere. I was able to find my phone, kind of buried under something, and I pulled it out and called 911. Highway Patrol came about 10 minutes later. And after that, I called safety and let them know what was happening, took as much pictures as I could, and while I was there in the scene, the also Highway Patrol kept on taking pictures. He checked the logbook, he checked the binder, everything was okay, and then he was the one who took me from there into a safe place. In the meantime, they towed the truck from the side of the road.
Okay, so you didn't. I think that you didn't get any kind of citations, because you were being a safe driver leading up to what had happened. So probably being the situation, I believe, is because you were doing what you were supposed to do as a professional driver, which saved your life.
Yes, that's correct. All I remember that prior to flipping over, I was going 38 miles per hour. So the wind pretty much laid me down to where I was able to, not be in like with major injuries or stuff like that. Yeah, but it's not a good. I don't wish that upon anybody. It's very scary, very scary.
So after being on your side there and you got out the truck, what was happening in the environment? People in the surroundings, should say. Other truckers were on the interstate. What was happening? Anybody stopped? What was going on before the state troopers came?
Yes, it was kind of a moment where it was like a semi day, in other words. It was so many trucks traveling. Everybody kind of realized that it was getting intense and they started traveling next to one another to kind of barricade each other from the wind. And but nobody stopped, and nobody stopped. I believe that they don't do that out of not caring for other drivers, but just to, I believe they doing that to focus and try to stay on ground, and not flip over too. Um, One truck driver did pull to the side and asked me if I was okay. And then he was the one who actually waited till the traffic clear up, and he brought me around my truck to where the highway patrol officer was, because he was on the other side of the truck. And but they did, one person did stop, and I thank him for that, because at that moment I didn't even know what to do. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. And then the wind was still so strong too, I couldn't even stand up. It was pushing me down. And no, I don't want to experience that again. It's horrible.
Nobody should no one nobody should experience that. And
Yeah.
it's a testament, it's a testament to how good a driver you are, why you are able to be talking to me right now on the phone. Because if you were not a good driver and you weren't driving safely, probably this could have been much worse. So where are you
Yeah.
now? Where are you now?
Another story. Still in Wyoming. Winds still going strong. At the moment it calms down and they go back up. So The wind still continues over here in Wyoming. I'm not sure about any road closure, but I'll say avoid I-80. It's crazy coming through Wyoming right now.
So what's next for you? Are you planning to stay in trucking? What are you gonna do?
Yes, yes, I am. I am ready. I'm ready to get back on the road. Even after the experience, I'm ready because now that I experienced that, I'll know what to do next time when, that happens, especially because prior to flipping over, I was 18 miles away from the place I was planning to stop and shut down because of the intense of the wind. I was planning to head there and shut down, and it just, Mother Nature didn't give me time to make it there.
I see. You've been to the you have seen medical professionals since having the accident.
Yes, I did because I was having a lot of like pain in my shoulders and kind of towards the neck. I don't remember hitting anything, but at the moment you just don't know how to react. I don't know if I might have twisted my body rapidly, but I'm doing okay. Mentally, I'm still trying to process the whole thing in order to learn and how to deal with it next time when I encounter that type of particular weather. But I believe I'll be okay in a few days. We're gonna see how things go, but I'm ready to get back on the road.
Is the truck total? Where is the truck?
Um, I believe it might be fixable. The right side, the passenger side, was the most that took the damage. Broken mirrors, like every single mirror is gone. Body and but we'll see. I don't know. It's not drivable to where it had. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be fixable. We'll
So
see.
what about your freight? I should have asked you, were you loaded or were you empty?
I had 3,000 pounds on me because I had dropped the majority of it in Colorado. It was two separate deliveries. So I believe that it was, if the trailer was loaded to the max, I would probably have been able to stay on ground and not flipped over easily. But, like I say now, I'll know how to deal with that type of situation in the future. Most definitely, I'll know how to deal with it.
Well, so the freight was not damaged, and
No, no.
so
The
how did
freight wasn't damaged. Trailer wasn't damaged except one broken landing gear. But other than that, thankfully, because I was coming at the very slow speed limit, the trailer didn't suffer any damages, and neither the freight.
how is the company treating with this?
Well, um, nobody, nobody has said anything about, like going to the doctor or something. They just ask questions. Are you okay? Are you okay? And I believe, like me, they're also ready, for me to go back on the road. But from my part, I am ready. Nobody's like forcing me to go back on the road. I'm ready
I
for
know
that
you're I
routine
know
job, you know.
I know you're a hardcore driver, Erica, because I remember when I was recommending you to the company, I told them that this person is a female truck driver who I believe is a better driver than I am, because I know that you are one of them drivers who you pull all the stops, you cross all the T's, you dot all the I's, you follow all rules, all regulation, all protocols, and you know. So I know I know you're a big girl, and I know you're a trucker, to the bones.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
All
You
right,
are an amazing driver too. That's for
I
sure. I could
I
say that
try,
with
but
all honesty.
I can't drive 10 plus hours and drain my clock like you. And I know
Thank you.
from what I hear, I know that's what you do religiously every day. I'm I'm I'm
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad we can speak on the phone, and
Thank you.
I also appreciate the fact that you will share the story so that others out there can learn, and you can inspire other young female drivers coming in the industry.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and I know you're gonna have a long, good, and productive career.
Thank you. You as well.
Okay. See you.
Okay.